our tears and pain, oh, oh, oh. We don't tire to complain, oh. I see the bad way you've been do. You don't tear Nigeria into two. 97% and 5%. You know been talk like president. They rule Nigeria with sentiment. I take your office to revenge. Oh yeah now, Oga Buhari, we dey beg you. Let Nigeria no go scatter for your head, yo. After the election, where them do, we still dey wait to see the change, yo. Cause all the promise when they make, it don't they be like saying a fake, yo. Where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want improve. But since you don't let it,
now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Mayegun àwa mọ̀, àmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary, lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú.
Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Mayegun Live.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wà á gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, diary politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣẹ́ o kẹ́kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Thank you for joining me from wherever you're watching from. Share the broadcast. Tell them.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádùn yẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé.
Thank you. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Mayegun Live. The first thing you should do whenever you join Mayegun's Diary Political is first to read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast, especially if you are joining us live. It gives you an insight, an idea of participation where you can easily get yourself keyed into the conversation. Sometimes it can be very wide. So you need some key points to get along, okay? The second thing you do when you join Mayegun's Diary Political live is to drop your offering on Mayegun's Diary Political, liking the video, sharing it, and before you relax, considered offering dropping. It is called engagement, getting engaged with the content, which you do very well. The third thing you do when you watch Mayegun's Diary Political is to listen with an open mind, because on here sometimes we can say some uncomfortable things, uncomfortable truth that could sometimes get you a little bit triggered if you are not listening with an open mind. All of these are just what I called buyers beware, which means before you settle down, before you start getting angry, why are you talking like that? Why I don't like how you talk. I warn you, listen with an open mind. You will be glad that you did. So thank you. It's been a while and I've been off and on, by the way, because I have been very busy too. But being busy never stopped me from monitoring things and then dotting our charts as things are becoming, as the things are coming together. The political game for their 2023 and every other shenanigans that's going to be, that is going to be featured in this, their 2023 charade. It all leads to one thing: the destruction of what is left of Nigeria. And they don't want to do this alone. They want to do it with you, especially those of you who are always available to validate their fraudulent elections. But there are many things that are going into this, and I think I am doing a great job to save many of you from foreseeable outbreaks. I am talking to the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the Buhari Danes, Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Denotus, and the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungos Diaris, the Unneka Haris, the Momomado, the Bele lecturers, and the Momo lecturers of this world. My job in this regard is to save you from the foreseeable outbreaks because you have sacrificed a lot, only for you to come back with a BLLB, Beshelo, Leshebo. The pointers are there, but living in denial is one great quality that the Sai barbarians, the Buhari idiots, that's one kind great quality or trait that they have, living in denial. But we will tell you and continue to remind you, even though many of them suffer from what we call the Stockholm syndrome or selective amnesia, my job is to continue to remind them there is no evil spirit, there is no village people, there are no witches and wizards, there is no Mama Lawo or Baba Lawo, Daddy Lawo or Uncle Lawo, Brother Lawo or Sister Lawo, anywhere using any spirit to control your destiny. The real enemies of your destiny are those who are in charge of that your contraption. And as much as they have shared it among themselves and shared you to validate their madness every 4 years, it's scary. And you go on every weekend or every night, every evening or every morning to pray unto God up there to come in and save you, to come in and rescue you from the shackles of poverty, the shackles of oppression, the shackles of impunity, the shackles of incompetency, the shackles of corruption, the shackles of selfishness, the shackles of a stone-cold acted criminals that are in charge of your own country, praying to God to save you while your oppressors laugh. It is my job to fumigate your mind of things they have taught you, which are lies that you have lived on for so long. And this is why many of you today, even when you see the reality right before you, you continue to tell yourselves that it is not possible, sir. It is not going to happen, sir. Until they started happening and happening and happening and happening again. And as they are happening, they are claiming lives. You are just a disaster, a victim in the waiting with the calamity and the destructions that these criminals have brought upon you. Validating them is not different from validating your own death sentence. So it is my job to tell you, and it is also my job to remind you of the consequences of your choices. Because choice, yes, you have choice, you have chance to make choices, but at the same time, you must also learn to be responsible for your own choices, including aiding and abetting criminals in your government, criminals making laws for you, criminals in your security system. Yes, you are aiding and abetting them if you fail to ignore, or let me say, if you continue to ignore these obvious dangers. Yes, you can make choices. At the same time, you will be responsible for your choices. So it is my job to remind you, maybe, just maybe, I may be able to make you see light and obviously help you in making the right decisions and not those brought to you by these rogues. 2023. Swagger, swagger, swagger. Southwest agenda. Southwest agenda. Swag. I don't know what the A stands for. I continue to look for it. There's never been any Swaggerian that ever was able to tell me the full meaning of swagger. Whatever it is a fraud. We screamed when they first launched it. We know them very well. These are people who lied to millions of Yorubas repeatedly using the old legacies of Pa Obafemi Awolowo. But they said they were descendants, they were disciples of Awolowo. But when you now look at all of their actions, if you look at all of the things they have done, there is no single one of them that you can put side by side with the man they robbed us politically. They robbed all Yorubas politically for years. They called themselves progress thieves, progress thieves, progress thieves. They were accumulating wealth. They were, piling up and stealing whatever they could steal. They were stealing. They were stuffing their mouth. They are stuffing their mouth and stuffing their mouth with your resources. So whenever there is, which is every time, right? Whenever the conversation about Yorubaland pops up in their project Nigeria, they have stuck their oath. They have stuck their entire throats with what should have been used to develop Yorubaland. So therefore, they couldn't talk. And whenever they managed to speak, they just speak the language of Nigeria. Our people continue to fall into poverty right before their eyes. Our lands continue to become underdeveloped right before their eyes. Our people continue to fall into poverty right before their eyes. Our children continue the education that is meant for our children are continually destroyed. Today, it is completely non-existent. You know what I mean? So yes, right before their eyes as well. And to make it worse, we are no longer safe in our homes, on our farms, in our little settlement communities and towns and villages around Yorubaland. But where are those who are swagger, Southwest agenda for 2023? Swagger, fraud, dubious manipulators. So we screamed, they are not representing Yorubas for 22 years. For 22 years, ladies and gentlemen. Yorubaland have no real motorable roads. Yoruba have no real drainage system. Yorubaland have no real sewage system. Nowhere in Yorubaland where they have any real waterworks system. There is nowhere where you have a power system or anything like power in Yorubaland. Now, to make it worse, the security is now something they are teaching people, are telling people to learn how to live with, simply because of these fraudulent rogues who decided to drag Yorubas into their own devilish arrangement of APC, Egbekegbe, in 2015. Now, that is what actually exposed them. So they turned around. They want to play their tribal politics. They want to play their tribal, divisive, ethnic politics, which is actually what made them last this long. Violent politics, politics of intimidation, politics of assassination, politics of character assassination. They do it to anyone they considered as enemy. Now they are about to do it to themselves. So swagger, it started. Now they are telling them, we don't want somebody who is going to be from Yorubaland, as Yoruba claim to be educated, exposed, intelligent, resourceful, and adventurous, as they will say. Yes, they say Yorubas are always like kind of claiming to be class, but it is such a shame that as intelligent as Yoruba claim, you will see them rambling and jumping up and down for Tifnumbu. It's a shame that, because it is only that when Tifnumbu and those they have made poorer in Yoruba land, when they dragged them into this APC, Egbekegbe, they were expecting a huge return. The huge return, which include the monetary and public officer, position and all of that. They didn't get that, but they stayed back, with believing that it's going to be their turn soon. And these are the kind of people who are now telling you as a Yoruba man, me as a Yoruba man, that Tifnumbu is the best thing that happened to the Yoruba people, because they have already, the bar, they have not reduced or lowered the bar. The bar is already in the pit, is already trampled. There's no bar anymore, because criminals are now those in charge of governance in Yorubaland. They have this armed branch of their progressive politics in Yorubaland, where the kinds of MC Olueran and some other thugs, criminal, murderous thugs that they armed and they gave a lot of money to. Today in Yorubaland, you will see some of these alaye bajes, those who are actually like Alai Nironus. I'm talking about this Oponu Ayeradas in Yorubaland. Tí ìṣẹ́ ti bá wọn múlẹ̀ bí ẹ̀gbẹ́ iṣu. Ìṣẹ́ yẹn, when they talk about poverty in Yorubaland, most of the time people associate their poverty to ill luck, misfortune, or evil, what do you call it, witchcraft attacking them, or some people stealing their destiny or whatever. But they forgot that their destiny are not stolen by those witches. Their destinies are not stolen from those mirror. Nobody is looking at your destiny in any mirror anywhere. It is all bullshit. The poverty created by these rogues have now made other guy men to create a religion of deceit, where they can tell you the reason why you have no job, the reason why you are not successful in life, the reason why you are poor, the reason why nobody is ready to help you, the reason why this and that is happening to you, or the reason why you are unable to have a husband, the reason why you can never get married. They won't tell you that they've destroyed your country. You are just merely existing. Okay, just merely existing, majority of the people. So then you begin to remember those dark times, because you don't have electricity, by the way. You have to trek in the dark. And they say if you stare for too long in the dark, in the real darkness, when you stare too long in the dark, you will begin to see the image. Your sense will begin to form image in the darkness, right? Nigeria has been in darkness for more than 100 years. Think about that, from one generation to the other. That is why today, many of you are seeing visions. Many of you are in trances. Many of you can tell what is going to, all those, your pastors. So some people will learn how to make money out of it. Many people are now telling you that some people can use mirror to watch your destiny and steal it. Some people can touch the head of your baby and that your baby can die. Some people can do, all manner of ridiculous superstition, right? They came to be when the politicians stole your existence. They stole your inheritance. When they stole your inheritance, when they stole everything that could give life a meaning to you, they created this euphoria of all of you turning to seers. I saw this. I'm not trying to attack you, by the way, because some of you say, they're Nigeria, you're abroad, and you can still see vision of this and that. I like visions that says that other criminals who are lying to people are lying. I like that. Do you want to know? You get what I mean now? But if you look at it, if you look at it very well, right? For some people who feel like when they left Nigeria, they no longer pray that much. They are no longer scared of Mami Water. They are no longer scared of witches and wizards and the rest of that, because naturally it will go away and it will disappear. And because you are so busy, you are working, and you know when you are going to earn, when you are supposed to be paid, your salary is going to be paid that day that you are supposed. Even if your salary is going to be, if your payday is on a Sunday, they will pay you earlier on Friday. So when you know that if you work, you are going to get paid, okay? And with your qualification, right, you now know that there's nobody that can stop your promotion anywhere. So then you begin to feel like, okay, I don't need to pray for promotion because I can see it here. I have a boss. If I want to become a boss, I'm going to need to go and apply for it. And that means I also have to have the qualification for it. And if I have the qualification for it, I'm going to apply for it. If I don't get it, it doesn't mean that because some devil are following me, some evil spirit are pursuing me anywhere, right? It is simply because other people, either they are better than myself, or they got it because we are so many applying for it. Now, when life becomes that way, you get paid when you are supposed to be paid. You pay your bills. You put some savings away, right? And then when you are not feeling well, you don't need to start begging for money. Because if you don't have money, what do you need? You need God, Abi. So you have to go to a place where they will pray for you, or anywhere that they can save you, Abi. But when you are in a system whereby you know that if you don't feel well, you don't need to go and break your bank. You don't need to sell your properties to get well. As long as you are as long as you are resident in the place you are living or staying, yeah, you can easily get your medical care. And if you die, you die. If you live, you live. But it won't be because some people are pursuing you and the rest of that. Now, why am I telling you this? In Yorubaland, we have everything that could make that happen. Awolowo tried that in 1957. That's like 70 years, or nearly 70 years ago. Awolowo tried it. 1957. There was no oil money. There was no Nigeria, anybody making budget anywhere, or anybody giving order anywhere. It was us by ourselves, for ourselves, at the time. And then the ability to stand on our own was made so glaring. But look at the rogues you have there today. Education, dead. Power, dead. Infrastructure, dead. Indebtedness, at the highest, Abi. Poverty at the highest, skyrocket. Joblessness at the skyrocket. Poverty at the level that they have now weaponized it in Yorubaland. But when you look at all of them, are they not rich? Are your politicians as poor as you? Are they struggling like you? They will never struggle because they have to steal it from you. Are you with me? So for 22 years, and for the past 7 years, right, which is so significant to what these criminals brought upon us, then they said swagger. We said, Emma, we won't just watch them. Now, small, they will destroy themselves. Our own is to just try and save some of you who are trying to tell yourselves that maybe it is a game. Tifnumbu is not going anywhere, okay? So let me make it easier for all of you, all right? Tifnumbu, if he goes anywhere, he is going to jail. Ewon law. Toba smart in the next 2-3 weeks. Toba smart. Omasakuro Nigeria. That is Toba ever smart, but only mentally to smart to him. He said it is his life ambition to be president. Fine. Oh yeah, go and be president now. No be me go stop him. If they say they should go and do primary elections, right? Primary election where delegates, delegates will vote and you buy them, you give them money. Tifnumbu will manage to get the number he needs. Maybe he may be able to get the number he needs. The senators, they've met with him. They said they support him. The House of Rep, they've met with him. They said they support him. He met with the governors, APC governors. They said they support him. He said he met with Bokwari and Oshibade, Ikene Shatabandu, his own handbag. They said they support him. So what else do you think Tifnumbu need? He has the money. He has the people. If they do primary election, forget it. Now money go shop. Yay. Even that one self, no sure, but we can run with that. Let's run with that theory. But there is not going to be any primaries. There is no primaries. Now, so they sat for Bullion, and they were permutating who should be the party chairman. So if this party chairman come to us and we get this other position, so we can be there when we make decision about who will become, how we are going to get the delegates. They were doing all the 1, 2, 3 in Bullion. When they received a call that they should come to Abuja, Bukwari wanted to see them. When they got to Abuja, Bukwari said, how many of you sitting down here have interest in the position of any position of the APC in Abuja? But before all of you, if any of you say anything, the party chairman is not available. That's what he told them. He said, the party chairman is not available. Right there, Tifnumbu and gang, they canceled party chairman because they needed party chairman. if they want to control the party, they needed party chairman. So since Bokwari was interested in who will become party chairman, he don't pick him. He said it's not available. They cancelled it. And they said, last, they said, okay, they will give Tifnumbu the secretary. That's how Omishore became secretary. So why am I telling you that as well is this? They always have their plan in Bodilon. You know, they call themselves master strategists. Now, so they put strategy together to go into an alliance with Bokwari, because according to them, Bokwari get terminal sickness, terminal ailment. So Bokwari Fino lasts more than 1 year or 2 years, like Yaradua. And whoever they nominate as his deputy will just become the president of the country, like Jonathan. Now, so they plot everything inside Bodilon. They plotted everything there. That was how they decided to put everything inside the APC Egbekegbe change campaign in 2015, 2014, 2015. So it's like putting all your money when you go to casino. You say, you see this thing, now sure banker, it's sure die. We have met with Obama. We've been to Washington. We've been to all these places. They have placed embargo on Nigeria. They are watching Jonathan and his people as they are moving their money. They are monitoring this. So we are already in control of everywhere. We have our terrorists already at the border. They are already committing this thing and they will enter Nigeria soon. If Jonathan misbehave, we will enter Nigeria. Our terrorists will take over. We will send him and kill him like a Gaddafi. They were saying it. They said they would do it to Jonathan. They will kill him like Gaddafi if he failed to hand over to them. So everything was done. It was like a sure bet. Tifnumbu and gang then put themselves inside them, hoping that Bokwari would die. And Tifnumbu will become president until Saraki, Atifku, and the rest showed up. And they stopped him from becoming vice president to Bokwari. That was how Ikene Shatabandu name was submitted. And he was nominated. And he became Bokwari's running mate. So that is another. We don't do the permutation. Tifnumbu no permutation. Tifnumbu is the genius. I'm going to tell you, you are just living in denial. So many of you are most of the things you are thinking Tifnumbu is thinking or doing, you are thinking them in your head, because it is so unreal to so many of you that now so they go just demystify Tifnumbu like that. Now so they go just rubbish him like that. Now so Tifnumbu go just be this. You know what I mean? Yes, ma. Yes, sir. Yes, you are right, brother. Now so right before your eyes, the Tifnumbu that you were seeing 20 years ago, you are seeing 10 years ago. Some of you saw him 7 years ago, 2014, 2015 as a hero, because he was bringing you a Messiah, the jihadi Messiah. And you know, 7 years after, now you know better. So this is just the final episode. Final episode. You will see it. It will unravel before your eyes. Yes, it is happening. So anything else you are making up in your head, yeah, I know him. Now so that they get plan. Now permutation. We don't plan everything. Tifnumbu have connection. Tifnumbu this and that story. Now one single move, you know if you get that one. So they have to go back and start drawing again. Okay. Pastor Ruga, let's put Pastor Ruga in. Pastor Ruga is actually the only person who knows all the secrets of Tifnumbu. Do you know that? It is only Pastor Ruga who knows all the secrets of Tifnumbu. You see all those things they say, Tifnumbu owned half of Lagos. All the properties, all the landed properties, the people they bribed, all the judges that Tifnumbu gave land to, gave houses to in Ikoyi, those ones they gave money to, all the court judgments during the time that Tifnumbu was in government and when Tifnumbu was outside the government, how they cemented everything and put everything away. Now Oshibajo know everything. Pastor. That's where I got the fake pastor from. I said, if all of you know Oshibajo very well, Oshibajo has been in government since 1999. How many of you know that? Since 1999. At some point, he became the Attorney General, the Commissioner of Justice of Lagos State under Tifnumbu. So all the money they say Tifnumbu stole, all the landed property, they say this one, property Tifnumbu, that one, this. Now Oshibajo know all the secrets. And that was why it wasn't hard to nominate him. Yemi, that is what Bola call him. Yemi. Oshibajo owns the life of Tifnumbu. Do you understand? And with the level that the Tifnumbu and gang are going, you won't believe it. The Oshibajo now declared that he wants to be president. Tifnumbu and gang, they are already threatening Oshibajo, forgetting that Oshibajo is one of them, forgetting that Oshibajo is the vice president of Nigeria. But you see the way they threaten people, threaten Igbo, threaten this, threaten that, threaten Yorubas who don't support all their fraudulent activities in Yorubaland for 24 years, 24 years. The same way they call them enemy of Yoruba, Ota Yoruba. If you don't like Tifnumbu, you be Ota Yoruba, this and that. They are now threatening Oshibajo. That is where I said the thing is about to go mad now. No joke. They always have plan. If we do it like this, it got to a point, at some point, Tifnumbu thought his plan was going to work as well. When APC, Egbekegbe, lost his break, and the trailer was driving down, they scored on him. You remember when they brought him back from France, and they said, he is the reconciliator general for APC. How many of you remember that time? 2017, 2018, before the election, they brought him back to come and reconcile APC. He went to Kaduna to go and meet them in Kaduna to settle peace. As he was on the plane flying to Sokoto, as their plane was landing in Sokoto, El Rufaya of Kaduna don't start bulldozing the house of one of the senators. They just settled them. Tifnumbu went to Kaduna, he settled El Rufaya, and Unkinyu, that's the name of that senator, Unkinyu or something, Unkinyu. He said to them, they say, peace, negotiator, the conciliator general is here. Tifnumbu, magic man. Then they can't say bye. As Tifnumbu plane fly, now so bulldozer, Rufaya ordered bulldozer to go to another APC senator house. They bulldoze everywhere. As Tifnumbu they land for Sokoto, they tell us, Baba, they don't start again for Kaduna. It don't choke. You remember that time? That was when they gave him the deal of Oshiomole. That was when Oshiomole became the APC chairman. You know the story? Okay, fine. They always have plan. They know they have the plan. Àwọn wèrè, àwọn alátẹnujẹ, àwọn alátẹnujò, àwọn elébi, àwọn àgbà òfò, àgbà àyà aláìlọ́gbọ́n, akídanidání. You know them? They are watching me right now. Look at them. Now, so they say that they get plan. We told them, we said, fake Pastor Ruga is going to contest. They say it's not possible. They can't imagine it. They can't believe it. How dare you? Ashiwaju made you. Ashiwaju made this one. Ashiwaju made that one. Ashiwaju made this one. Ashiwaju made this one. That one. Everybody. Le jẹun, le wọṣọ, le sanwó ilé ìwòsàn, le sanwó ilé, le sanwó owó ilé ìwé àwọn ọmọ yín, le, you know, sọ yín di oníbàárà elébi ni, you know, àwọn ọmọ yín tó kàwé wọn ò ríṣẹ́. Everybody wọn dolóṣó, àwọn ọmọ yín obìnrin ń dolóṣó, àwọn àbúrò yín ń dolóṣó, àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n yín ń dolóṣó lójú yín. Wọ́n sọ pé àwọn kan ní evil spirit, ṣé evil spirit wèrè wo ni? Tifnumbu ni evil spirit, òun ni olórí ìwìn. He is creating those ìwìn that are stealing from you. That's what happened. They are stealing your inheritance. They are stealing your glory. They are stealing everything. And that is it. The society become more decayed. So I tell you, don't make things up in your head. The end has come. You this Mayegun, I know God will shame you. God will shame you. Tifnumbu will become our president. She won't shift for you. Egbon, she won't shift for you ma. Is that not the same thing they were telling you? This same Tifnumbu, when France was disturbed, they called on Charles de Gaulle. When Britain was in trouble, they called on Winston Churchill. How many of you remember that video? Now, so the way they said, and many of you were saying, look at Zinumbu, Jagaban, AB, 99% in AB, or the fear of AB. That is why you can all ignore the obvious defeat staring you right there in the face. but it is me. I will remind you. So if you do your primary, fine. So you always have plan, don't you? Tifnumbu said, whatever money cannot do, more money will do it. And also, this jihadist politician from northern Nigeria, them and their full soldiers, armed Fulani terrorists. Now, so they put on Babanriga, can they do Jerusalem, or what is it they call it? They can they do a pilgrimage to Tifnumbu's house, because him be Father Christmas. You know, if you go there, come out empty-handed. You know the year anything where money no fit do, more money go do am. That is why he is buying everyone. They are seeing him. Unfortunately for him. They are seeing him. I said, Ikene Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, Agbowori Baba Oja, the special advisor to Bokwari on burial arrangements, condolences visits, and trader money. He is going to contest. They said, no, they're not born and well, because they can't believe it. They can't believe that the dynamic of the politics has changed. And as it is now, Tifnumbu is one of the most hated, make I use that word, hated politician, even within his own party. But they were managing to tolerate him, just like they say, if you want Kesari, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Now, one kind Orisha, if he can make us rich and powerful, what will give him the blood you want? That's what Tifnumbu turned out to be. So no wonder when he was sending a message to his people earlier, he was sending them like, somebody said, this looked like an obituary. Don't be me talking more, but the moment that person said it, I have been looking at it like, how come the thing can't look like an obituary like this? So the people who lived in denial for so long, guess what? They have now come out to say their own star boy is a betrayer. Happy Easter, by the way. So, where is that my other phone? There's something I want to show you. So, Tifnumbu gang are now calling fake Pastor Ruga a betrayer of their leader, Tifnumbu. So they now put a poster out everywhere in Lagos, so everywhere. Very, very vile people, right? They put poster everywhere. Give me 1 sec, yeah? I'm going to put it up, okay? And then I'll tell you about it. Give me a sec. Where is that? Okay, this one. So they now called him a betrayer. This is the poster of Oshibajo, posted by Tifnumbu's Lagos Abobakus. They call him a betrayer, and they call him Judas. Their star boy is now, they call him the Judas who betrayed his master. Repent, because Jesus is coming. This is where they compared Tifnumbu to Jesus and Oshibajo as Judas. Judas Iscariot. The other Judas in the book of the temple here is the Ubima, Judas Iscariot, Amechi. Now, you see, this is from Tifnumbu. You are going to see more of this. Are you with me? Oshibajo already put in motion. So if Tifnumbu misbehave again, you may begin to see some documents flying. And when they start the fight, my dear brothers and sisters, because when Yoruba needed them, they were nowhere to be found. And if it is somebody betraying somebody, they betrayed Yorubaland.
Betrayer is always betrayer. Èmi ò ń ṣe betrayer. Mo dẹ̀ ní betrayer táyé máa fi parẹ́.
She gets. So, Oshibajo is here to respond. Their dirty game is about to start. They have already started their religious game and all of that. So that is why I'm calling on you, my dear Yoruba brothers and sisters. Ino ishishi kò gbọ́dọ̀ jóyàn lẹ́ẹ̀mejì o. Tí wọ́n bá parọ́ fún yín nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu ní 2014-2015. Ṣẹ́rí níbi tabadé yìí. Tẹ́ bá tẹ sọ pé ẹ mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Ṣẹ́rí níbi tabadé yìí. Ní excuse kankan. Láti sọ pé ẹ mọ̀ mọ́. Even if they lied to you, because you are a Yoruba man, Yoruba woman, for the sake of Yoruba people, for the sake of Yorubaland, follow us. We know it. We will do it. Yorubaland will be better. This and that will be better. So if they lied to you before, they are lying to you again. And it is easier for you to see through the lies. Now, if they lie to you the second time, don't blame them. You should do what? Take responsibility. It is your fault. So it's up to you. These are people who are of no good. They are of no good. Do you understand? Like you may be finding it difficult to actually take it in that these are people they are of no good at all, of no consideration of whatsoever for anything. These are bloody, heartless, cold-hearted criminals who have hidden under different disguises. And they will tell you, if you call me, if you talk to me, I will sue you. They don't sue anybody. Criminals don't sue people. They intimidate. They use power of force to shut you up. That's where they belong to. So you knowing the truth, and you know where this is going to end. Make I tell you, by the way, they've already told them to avoid any crisis, to avoid any problem, there is not going to be primaries. Okay? All they will do is that they will use a consensus. Consensus means all of the aspirants, they will bring all of them in. They will tell them, the president said, that is the person all of you should go and kill behind. Just same way, Bokuwari decided to pick a thief who is standing trial for looting his own state when he was governor. He is currently the senator representing a particular senatorial district from his own state, Nasarawa. So as a former governor there, he stole their money. And then their own system is trying him for corruption. Bokwari picked him to make him the chairman of APC. Every other position within inside APC, all of them are gonna go share them. If you want to kill yourself, I'm gonna go kill yourself. But you see, this chairman, that's what I wanted, and that's what he does. It did. That's what he did. And the people say that's what he does. He always kind of he will pick things what he wanted for his own mission, and that's it. All of you now go kill yourself. You don't care. Party is steering, they don't really send anybody because now they care about party and all of that. Their own is a mission and it is a jihad. Whoever can get the job done is the person that's going to work with them. Tifnumbu is not one of them. Tifnumbu is just a mean to an end, and they have used him. This is time for all of you, the Tifnumbu idiots, for you to now come to that reality that they have used you. They have dumped you. If you like, call Amadioa, call Shonpono, call whatever you want to call Shineke, call Allah, call God, call whatever you want to call. They don't use you. They don't dump you. But the way they are going to dump you, right, is actually what we are going to watch how you control it. Because that scatter, So he picked what he wanted. He gave them what he sells, or whatever is left. And then the same thing is going to happen. Are you with me? In the next few hours, Kayode Fayemi is also going to declare that he wants to be president. Many other Tifnumbu supposed Tifnumbu men, they will declare they want to be president. So at the end of the day, there is never going to be any primaries. So all of you, Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, even your Alimajiri master from Oshogbo, your Oshogbo Alimajiri master, I'm talking about your Aregbe Mugbo. Aregbe Mugbo is one of those who are ensuring that your Tifnumbu, waiting things say in swallow, where they make and they believe say, it's lifetime ambition nonsense, is going to happen, then they will show it to him, and they're about to now. It's not me, Aregbe Mugbo, the chief Alimajiristan of Oshogbo, is against your Jaga bandits. The Igbin Iragbiji, you remember? The Igbin Iragbiji. So you will see many of them declare. Amosun too, Ibikunle Omamoshi will declare too. All of this is to further whittle down whatever is left of Tifnumbu or is open on. And tell yourselves the truth, too, because now you go call many betrayal, many betrayal, you go see them. Many really one like they say. And it's not me, it's not us. What they do is to keep some of you out of that heartbreak. So that the waiting is left of your heart. Before they smash them. 7 years before the smash up, make her try, mend them. So you get make her mend them small. They direct them to a noble cause. Will redirect us to our noble cause. Yoruba nation. I'm seeing people typing now. Yoruba nation. So professionals, old, young, men, women, getting them on board, talking about the diversity of the Yoruba people, talking about the adventurous of Yoruba people. Let's talk about the possibilities, the hope that we build, that we invest in. So it's a Yoruba nation. So that is what we want to do, not swagger, not one Nigeria, not fake Pastor Ruga, and every other people who are going to try to hoodwink you. They will not succeed because we would educate our mind and we will not be available for them. We will not sympathize with them. You will not campaign for them. You will not entertain their campaign. You will not host any of them on your streets. You will do your best to discourage people from joining them. And when you begin to do that, my job is done. You know that. It simply means my job is done. So the journey to that part is why I am doing this. It is not because we don't know your politics. It is not because we can't choose sides, but we have realized that we have fooled ourselves for so long. Tell me, you have been conducting election. This will be your 6th one, I believe. You did one in 99. You did another one in 2003. You did another one in 2007. Another one in 2011. You did another one in 2015, another one in 2019, and you are planning to do another one in 2023, which is probably never going to happen. And then here, there you are. You have been enthusiastic, optimistic about same thing you've done repeatedly, because they said, continue to do it, continue to do that, while you continue to die from that decision. You can change it, because what do you have to lose? You've never gained anything at all, have you? Ever? No. If you tell yourselves the truth. And that is why you can choose a cause, the one that can indeed, maybe, just maybe, sooner than later, dislodge the rogues like Tifnumbu and gang from Yorubaland. And the true Omo Yoruba, the true Yoruban sons and daughters will take the battle of the Yoruba and get us out of Nigeria. As long as we have the likes of Tifnumbu and gang, Yorubas will continue to have to take whatever Nigeria is dealing us. Yes, you just have to take it. They will continue to play us around. They will continue to mortgage our life, our future, the future of our own children, generations yet unborn by these heartless rogues. So until we get to that stage, which is our stage, the stage that you should be preparing your mind for. Why do you want Nigeria saved? Why do you want to participate in something that you have no real control over? Just a participation trophy. That's what you get. Participation trophy. We have done another election. Babati, thanks for your super chat, and same to Peter Man. Peter Man, thank you on that too, okay? So they will destroy themselves, and it is not your fault, all right? They will call people betrayers. They will call themselves betrayers. That is where you see the light. It's just about them. Selfish interest of theirs. Okay? So, when you have a professor of law, vice president of a country, who is also a trader, money merchant, and when they talk about economy, he's also the man in charge of the economy of Nigeria. I don't know if many of you know that. And in that economic team, you also have all the state governors and everybody, right? Now that is Yemi. Yemi is the vice president of Nigeria. But whenever he talks, right, Yemi, fake Pastor Ruga, you can also call him fake Pastor Ruga. You can also call him Ikene Shatabandu. And at the same time, if that is a long one, you can just call him Agbowoni Babaoja. Is the special advisor to Bokuwari on burial arrangements, condolences, visits, and trader money. Look at his own friends there. Those are his own, look at them. These are the people who are Pastor Ruga's customers. They know him very well. He stood where they stood. He sat where they sat. He ate where they ate. He knows about them. And he gave them 5,000 naira, which is just about $10 to manage their businesses, so that if they use that money very well in their businesses, the vice president of Nigeria, the man in charge of the economy of Nigeria, or the head of the economic team of Nigeria, so he believes that he is going to lift 100 million people out of poverty by giving them $10 traders to boost their businesses. Now that is the man that want to be the president of, to survive his own. But he said, I'm going to continue from where Bokuwari, my boss, is going to stop. And this one will be like obituary. Is Kolu, Chief Kolu, which is also the one who has a lifetime ambition to become president. I mean, that's all he wanted, just like Bokuwari, just president. So for those of you who are still laughing that maybe this is an obituary in the first place, well, but that's a story for another day. But for the observers, you probably will be right. It is just the Easter greetings from Tifnumbu's Lagos Abobakus. Now them design them to show that Shiwaju is always connected to you. Yeah, Easter is here, Ileya is coming, Ramadan is coming, all those things. So Tifnumbu is going to be prominent, and this is how they manage and feed their own enslaved, impoverished Yorubas, to be precise. So now, Pastor Ruga said he is not backing down. That Tifnumbu is old, he is greedy, he is selfish, and he doesn't even understand Nigeria. And when they asked Tifnumbu about, getting or creating jobs for their jobless, Lagos Abobakus and them in Nigeria, Tifnumbu said they should recruit 50 million youth into the Nigerian army, and they can feed them with corn, maize, and every other thing like that, according to him. So they believe that Tifnumbu is old, is demented, is this and that. So, and they are the ones saying it. Let me tell you something. One of those people who are loyal to Pastor Ruga in Abuja, working with him, right? All his media, propagandists and the rest of them, yeah? They just took a shot at Tifnumbu. They said, Nigeria doesn't need an old, sick president. Do you know what happened? Pastor Ruga's chief media advisor, I forgot his name. He quickly put out a press release that oh boy, no, they talk like that. Oh no, we didn't. We are not for that kind of campaign. We are not for such, attacking people, attacking personalities and the rest. Because if Pastor Ruga start calling Tifnumbu old, demented, sick, going abroad for treatment, what they are doing indirectly is saying that Bokwari is old, sick, and you know what I mean? That Nigeria doesn't need another sick president. So they had to quickly deny that. So the whole thing they brew within them. You, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, when they start splashing the blood, when they start splashing and cutting themselves, no kuna, just remember, stay away. Okay, stay away. May blood not touch you. Stay away. Use your energy to tell those that are going to survive from the Rokos to join Yoruba Nation. Because election is coming. I don't know if many of you have noticed. Election is coming. And suddenly, every crisis or every insecurity issue in eastern Nigeria is then going to be ascribed to IPOB. So, for those of you who have been following what the IPOB are asking for is for Nigeria and the people in Nigeria, all the indigenous people in Nigeria, to put aside their differences and address their challenges, which are indeed monumental. This is where they said, on our own, we just wanted a referendum. And let me tell you something, my friends. Referendum is an election. Do you know that? Referendum is an election conducted, they call it plebiscite, conducted under the supervision of different international bodies, organizations, and the rest of them, but mainly conducted by the electoral body in that country that is conducting a plebiscite. So there is an education we should give ourselves here if to say Nigeria was a country. But asking for referendum shouldn't automatically be asking for death or war. It is because the society that they have made Nigeria to become, even educated people are now sounding foolish and stupid. No apologies. That is the state of Nigeria. When IPOB started their regular rallies and the rest, there were always this fear among those among Nigerians, so to say, because according to them, asking for referendum, asking for Biafra is just like opening an old wound. The wound that Nigeria continue to deny or believe that if once they put a plaster on it, it will look like the same flesh that got bruised. The wound they don't want to talk about. So they get triggered. And in this case, they became happy triggered killers. Every conversation, every good sense of reasoning, logic and all that, every one of them is lost. Because once they kill somebody, it is easier to say they caused it. Why are they asking for Biafra again? Why do they want to start war again? Because that's how messed up Nigeria is. Referendum is not war. Referendum campaign is like your regular political campaigns. If to say Nigeria was a country, you are going to see people who agree. You are going to see people who don't agree. Both of you will be coexisting out there. You cannot attack anybody because they are asking for Biafra. And you, my brother, you have no right to attack anybody because they say they don't want Biafra. In fact, asking for your own independence or campaigning for referendum is such a beautiful exercise and experience. It's allowed people, the citizens, to discuss issues that affect them seriously than every other, irrelevance out there that politicians and religious leaders and every other people are now milking, weaponizing to further cause this division and cause this death. Referendum campaign is such a wonderful experience. You are going to see in the same house, the father is supporting Biafra, the mom is not. They have 5 children. 3 children will be supporting Biafra, 2 won't, and they are still co-living in the same house, campaigning and telling people to support or not to support. It's such a beautiful experience. On the day of the referendum, everybody will go out, food will be shared, drinks will be shared, people will be anticipating of a new country. Some people will be anticipating of continuing staying in Nigeria. And then at the end of the day, they are going to bring the ballot out. They are going to count them. How many people voted yes? How many people voted no? After maybe a year, 2 years, even 3 years campaign for referendum, there is no reason for killing anybody. There's no reason for arresting anybody. There is no reason for jailing anyone. There's no reason for hunting anybody. It is meant to be a wonderful experience because it's an opportunity to discuss. Why do you want to break up? Why do you think we can't stay together anymore? Can we discuss these reasons? Can we look at them? Are there reasons? Are there things that can still be maintained if we have a timeline? Having this conversation is what they don't want to do at all. And they criminalize it. And then you see educated people. My friend, nobody will allow that. Look at in Spain. Look at Spain. This and that. They voted for independence. Did Spain allow them to go? Hello. There are other places that successfully did their own yes or no voting. Google is your friend, my brothers and sisters. It is a conversation that you are going to eventually have. The reason why people are saying that if you don't have the conversation now, Trust me, you may be too old to have it. The Nigeria you have today may have degenerated to a very terrible one that, in fact, to survive is now going to be like passing through hell. And you'll be too old to fight, to demand for that. And your children, they are going to be weak and weaker and weaker because the system is going to ensure of that. So educated people said referendum is a call for war. So therefore, when the Nigeria government started killing them for carrying flags, for carrying placards, for doing live broadcasts, for streaming live radio, and doing all of that talk and talk and talk, yet when they spoke or when they say anything, there is never a time that people get kidnapped, businesses attacked, or people scared for their lives until the Fulani terrorists and their invasion agenda became the focal and the main agenda, the main point of the Boko Haram agenda as government. Nnamdi Kanu raised alarm and he became a serious target. Dead or alive, we want to see Nnamdi Kanu. They invested a lot of money in it, including the media. And remember as well, IPOB, as much as you probably would hate them, IPOB, as much as you don't like to you, I don't like their way. I don't like how they do it. Why are we trying to break up from Nigeria? We can all try and join politics and do this. You see all these your ideas, all of these things that make you feel like IPOB is not doing it right. My brothers and sisters, now the same IPOB, that the UK intelligence, the same UK government, the same UK Home Office, they were begging them to come and collect the asylum visa. If you are a Biafran right now, if you go to any of the UK embassy in Nigeria or anywhere in Africa, so many people haven't tried it because they rejected it. Remember, if they were terrorists, can UK offer them asylum? Do you know that what is happening in Ukraine today and the offer that UK and the rest of Europe are offering the Ukrainians and the rest, they are so similar to what the UK was offering the Biafrans, because they are seeing the state-sponsored killings, the carnage, the destruction in eastern Nigeria, and every other thing, and they can smell and see the touch, the hands of the politicians in eastern Nigeria, the hands of the government of Nigeria. Imagine, suddenly, they kept Nnamdi Kanu, and suddenly there's different groups sprang up. They started, everybody is now threatening everybody, intimidating everybody, unknown gunmen here and there. And I remember when those groups that came out recently, that guy that said they are now the Biafra something front, or Biafra something army. That guy that called himself a general, and he said they gave the politicians in eastern Nigeria, they gave them 2 weeks to release all their members they arrested, to release all their members they have taken in this Enugu, in Imo, and all these places. These guys were not IPOB. I did a broadcast. I shared the video. I showed the video to all of you. I said, look at them. These are the guys who goes into the forest and then, make videos, they kidnap people and they take them into the forest. They claim to be fighting for Biafra. That they claim to be fighting for Biafra never made them a member of IPOB. All this started happening, and politicians who knows them. Let me say this again to you. Although you may not have lived your life in eastern Nigeria, I have never lived in eastern Nigeria, but you can call me a researcher in my own little way. Now, because I never do book, that's why many of you don't respect me. And I'm going to write a book soon. I'm going to write a book and put all these things in a book in a way that you can read them and you can begin to see what I call the pattern, what I call the pattern when government is setting people up or setting a certain ethnic group up or setting a certain group of people, all that, when all the patterns used, when they want to use religion, when they want to use tribe, when they want to use politics, when they want to use international this and that, all the patterns, I'm going to write a book about them, then you understand all this better. Nnamdi Kanu was out there. Biafrans are being kidnapped. Many of them are being killed, and their bodies are being, taken away. And Nnamdi Kanu, every now and then, always kind of raging, the rage, the anger of the carnage they are doing to his people, always kind of, trigger his outburst in all his broadcasts. They are killing my people. We will fight back. We will do this. In all of that, there are UK MI6 intelligence that covers Nigeria. Just same way you have CIA, FBI, and so many of those secret spy agencies and all of them in Nigeria, and they found out that IPOB is non-violent. IPOB is peaceful. IPOB is legal, registered in more than 120 countries, and this is not even like making something up, okay? They are known. They have addresses. They have a letterhead paper. They have a place. They have faces. People are known. These are people who have their real lives all over the place. And you always call them, for those of you who don't understand them very well, you said Nnamdi Kanu brainwashed them. Nnamdi Kanu did this and that. Who told you that what Nigeria did to you, everything Nigeria taught you all your life, that Nigeria did not brainwash you? They condition you from your cradle, the school you go to, the kind of education you get, the kind of religion you will choose, either to be a Christian, to be a Muslim, the doctrine of how they condition you from childhood, and all of that. Do you not consider that as brainwashing? That you now know better that Nigeria is so messed up, and you cannot, now that you know, you can no longer take it in. You can no longer feel comfortable with yourself. Yeah, to keep believing the lies they told you about Nigeria. Do you not feel like you are brainwashed all through? So when you now see people who have now seen the light and they are no longer believing in Nigeria anymore, nothing makes sense to them anymore about Nigeria. They can see anything they feel. They can call Nigeria zoo, because to them, psychologically, they have detached themselves from Nigeria. That is the reality that some of you don't understand. That everything they taught you about Nigeria is a lie, that they brainwashed you, they conditioned you to the point that today, many of you believe that once your politician says Nigeria is not negotiable, it's not negotiable. Many of you believe that talking about referendum is asking for war. These are social conditioning, and they are brainwashing. All those things they taught you, they are brainwashing. They brainwashed you. But listen, the people you call IPOB that you said they are brainwashed by Nnamdi Kanu, they choose their own alternative reality, while you are still clinging on to your old reality, that Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that. Meanwhile, Nigeria is only living on a ticking time bomb. It is just a matter of time. So when they are living in their own reality, they said, we no longer believe in Nigeria anymore. But that they don't believe in Nigeria anymore, did not make them violent, did not make them killers, did not make them terrorists. UK government offered them free visa if you are a member of IPOB and your life. Why do you think they are offering them that? Who do you think they are they believe that they want to protect Biafrans from? Excuse me. If not from the jihadist government in Nigeria, which they are also in bed with. So if IPOB are terrorists, would the UK government be offering them? But in your book in Nigeria, unknown gunmen, your media will say IPOB, ESN, unknown gunmen. And you are not seeing through it, Sabi. You are not seeing through it. That's why I told you. I remember about 8 months ago, I remember telling you, especially you, my friends, the Biafrans, don't celebrate all these unknown gunmen. They are criminals. They are criminals. They are terrorists. You should never celebrate them. You should never speak for them. You should never be found backing them, because when you do all of that, you are playing into the book of the people who are setting you up. Nigeria, that they bomb police station, that policemen have committed serious crimes against you. They have attacked your villages, that their military have attacked your women. They have raped your women. They have killed your young ones. They have burnt your properties, and they still blame you. They said because you allowed IPOB in your communities, and they want you to see them as terrorists. Therefore, now that they have done all of that to you, I said, do not celebrate them when they burn police station, when they kidnap a policeman, when they kill people at roadblocks, when they go into places and do this. Do not celebrate them, because you did not send them. You don't know them. That they are doing it to them, because that they are doing this to those who have harmed you, hurt you, and continue to hurt you, does not mean they are doing the right thing. They are setting you up everywhere on social media. Some people are taking, and you remember when I said, we all know that a sit at home is voluntary. You don't need anybody to remind you to sit at home. We know this from the word go. The Biafrans said they were going to be sitting at home every Monday. And they are also going to be sitting at home every time their leader goes to court. This has been in existence since 8 months. I said, don't join anybody that said, if somebody say, we are not going to sit at home, don't join them on social media to say, if them born you will go out, or non-government will come to you. When you do all of this, the world is what it is now. Nigeria wanted you to be blacklisted and to be called terrorist. They have done so much to make the world see you that way. Listen, last year in 2021, right? Nigeria government, through their own lobbyists in Washington, they are working with the US government to proscribe IPOB. How did the American government stop or waited that they have refused to proscribe IPOB to this day? How? It's because their intel continue to tell them that those who are killing people in Eastern Nigeria, those who are committing those crimes, they are not IPOB. And therefore, proscribing them in America is never going to happen. Proscribing them in the UK is never going to happen. But if you continue to celebrate them, and you continue to attack people who advise you, no, not everybody is not your enemy. I keep saying it. Okay? You can disagree among yourselves, but you need to watch how you kind of accuse yourself of this and that. You may not understand the consequences of that. Nnamdi Kanu, the man they feared well, is locked up, and it is deliberate. For the time they lock him up, all of those political terrorists in Igbo land, which unfortunately, majority of them are Igbos too, they know them. Just same way you know MC Olueran in Yorubaland, just same way you know Efele in Ijebu, just same way you know all those political thugs with their guns in other part of Yorubaland. You know them. They are driving big cars. They are building big mansions, right? Because today their own sponsor did not tell them to go straight into the bush and start causing and wrecking havoc. You are going to start seeing them anyway. They are going to start killing and shooting like terrorists. But you are going to call them political thugs. These are the same thugs, political criminals in Eastern Nigeria that, as you know, MC, as you know this, know that. Now, so many of these rogues in Eastern Nigeria, the people know them. Don't celebrate them. You have a great cause that you've got in your hand, yeah? A big mission that covers the life of over 100 million Biafrans. That is a huge number that you cannot let your emotion let you get set up for this. Don't celebrate them. Don't celebrate any killing. Don't celebrate any unknown days. Report all the crimes they are committing against you. Document them, and so that those who are responsible, they will never go unpunished. That is your own duty. Don't blackmail anybody. Don't put up lies. Don't put up fake pictures, fake videos, just because you wanted to justify what they have done to you. The world knows. And do not ever be tempted enough to join them, because the Biafran struggle, the Yoruba nation struggle, they are legitimate struggle. Now, the poor education in Nigeria make everybody think say now war. And you yourself, you must try to unlearn, unchain your mind of all of those, all of those little things that triggers you, little things that triggers those who justified genocide, who justified ethnic cleansing against any ethnic nationality in Nigeria. And one thing you don't know is this: when they finish with one, they're going to come to the other. When they finish with the Igbos, they're going to come for the Yorubas. When they finish with the Yorubas, they're going to come for the Hausas. They're going to go for the Ijos. But it's so sad that our reality today, no single indigenous people in any part of Nigeria today will never collect. Now, everybody don't collect. They manage, pretend, living in denial, and every other advisor. Every other way, they can just create a different reality for themselves. It is my job to tell you not to do that. Doing that will continue to deny you the real picture, and it will continue to deny you the real opportunity of making the right decisions, which can either save your life or take it. Do you understand? So, what the Biafrans were asking for is to start a conversation. Nnamdi Kanu repeated it again and again and again and again and again. He said, give us referendum. I know some people are saying that, you need to go and get your PVC, Forget about that. Anything they do it under this fraudulent 1999 constitution, right? It is going to end up in the same thing. And then it's going to continue to take the lives and the lives of the innocent people. Which country do they want to even rule over? So election is coming. They are now trying to gaslight IPOB again. I am begging you to always pay attention to their news, and at the same time pay attention to those who are amplifying such news. There is this video that was making a round on social media in the last few days. Some criminals, some murderous criminals, right? They went straight to where INEC, they are doing INEC registration, INEC verification, and they went there and they shot and killed people there. And the people who were the INEC workers, the people who are conducting their verification, and the rest of that, they are all Igbos. And then these criminals who came there, they came there and they shot them. Point blank execution. That is a crime. It is a murder. And nobody should celebrate that simply because you don't want them to conduct election. You don't want election here and there. Nobody should die because you don't want something to happen. You know that. And most importantly, the people you want to protect should never die for the same cause you want to protect them off, right? And that is why when they were killing them, they were making video. But there's nowhere in that video that those people said they were IPOB. But guess what? The PDP vuvuzelas, the PDP criminals, the PDP jobless Almajiris themselves, they decided to amplify it. If you ask me why, I will tell you. PDP traditionally believed that Biafra land, the Igbo land, is their base. That anytime they have lost any ground anywhere in Nigeria, no matter how underdeveloped the Igbo land is, no matter how much they have detached Igbo land from Nigeria when it comes to infrastructural development, political appointments, and the federal positions and the rest of that, no matter how much they've detached them from Nigeria, PDP always believed that Igbos will always vote for them anyway. Do you know that entitlement? So IPOB is a threat to PDP number from Igbo land. in 2023. So whatever they can do to demonize IPOB, call them criminals, kill innocent people, and put it on them, no investigation is needed. If they shoot a gun anywhere along Onitsha Bridge, it must be IPOB ESN. If they shoot a gun inside Onitsha main market, it must be ESN IPOB. No investigation is needed. The police or the military or the politicians or everybody, the media, it must be IPOB. Who else? Who else? Huh? My friend is them, Jerry. Who else? Who else? I was talking to my friend today, and he said, you know, we're talking about this whole thing. And my friend actually felt like, no, we know if we talk about outside there, now them, these unknown gunmen and everything, they cannot be watching their people killed. Now them. I said, you see, the propaganda worked on you too. How many of you watching me right now have told yourself personally, you agree with me when I say you can't link, there's no evidence, nothing to link IPOB to any of this crime. But before the crime happened, there's already an expected media narrative that it must be IPOB. No investigation is needed. Just gather 2-3 people, you know, criminals or no criminal, put them together and display them, the IPOB member. Tell them what to say. That's it. No investigation is needed. How many of you are watching me right now? And since I have been telling you, since I have been giving you all this piece by piece info to put them together and say, do you still believe IPOB did that after this and that were put together? How many of you agreed with me on the program? But when you go out there, inside of you, believing that it must be them. Trust me. Ogbeni, let's tell ourselves the truth. I like what they do. I like the way these IPOB guys are dealing with them. How many of you are telling yourself that? Because you are telling yourselves the reality that their propaganda has put in your head. You will agree publicly and say, it's not them. Oh, Mayegun explained it to us. I understand it better now. It didn't make any sense. I get it better now. But when you go into your private room, when you go into your data online, when you get into all this chat group, when you are talking to your friends, and they are talking about unknown gunmen, they are talking about the killings of the Igbos, they are talking about all these things we have been talking about. How many of you tell yourselves, go deadly and say, now them, even though you have no proof, other than if not them, they do harm, you support them. I support unknown gunmen. That's why I don't like violence. So some of you will be like, I don't like violence. But I support unknown gunmen, what they are doing, because this country, we need to show them. You don't know them. They are criminals. They are criminals. And you cannot let what they have done to you or what they are doing make you let them steal your emotion. That's what they are doing. They are stealing your emotion, put it on something that is going to then validate what you believe in as a violent group. It is so easy. It is called psychological conditioning. It's there in your mind. It's there. Their media will say IPOB. Sometimes they won't mention IPOB ESN. When they write unknown gunmen, in their report, they will say, since the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOB, the insecurity in Eastern Nigeria has escalated. So that you, reading it, can automatically just feel like, okay, it's because they arrested Nnamdi Kanu. Of course now. That's why there is a ESN. They gave them guns, forgetting that the ESN, that they are trying to make a terrorist group or trying to make you think they are responsible for this or that without any investigation. No, nothing, right? The same ESN is not different from your JTF. ESN is supposed to be your JTF, Joint Task Force, Military Joint Task Force, vigilante with the military, vigilante with the police, performing local security, community security to ward off all the criminals. That's what the ESN is supposed to be. But they are telling you they are fighting for Biafra. They are fighting. The ESN is not fighting for Biafra. ESN is fighting and providing security for the people of Biafra. Don't you get that? They have no reason to come into the town to shoot anyone or kidnap anybody. But the narrative is there even before they happen. So subconsciously, many of you already feel like that. So it's easier for them to plant it into your head And when they happen, it's so difficult to take it off your head. It's not difficult for me, to take it off my head. Because I know UK would not offer asylum, their visa, free visa, to Biafrans running away from the persecution in Nigeria. No, they won't. You get that now? So you don't need to threaten anybody. You don't need to feel intimidated of anyone. It is a noble, honest mission that requires talking. Yoruba nation, it requires talking. Biafra, it requires talking. But Nigeria has put many of you in the shock hold that you are beginning to feel like we just have to shoot our way to independence. And I'm like, even if you have to shoot your way into independence, you are going to need the people on your side. The only man who has the people on his side, they abuse them, they call them names, they did this and that, but they are loyal to him. That man is Nnamdi Kanu. The man is Nnamdi Kanu. Release him, free him, and all these criminals you call unknown gunmen, they would fizzle out because the people will rise and they will fight them and they will get rid of them rather than for PDP stalwarts to now blame all their political criminalities in Eastern Nigeria to now blame it on IPOB. There are many of you who are supporters of IPOB. The propaganda that you are reading on Twitter, the propaganda you are reading on Facebook, all of these things are deliberate. If you pay attention, you can see that it is increasing and increasing and increasing. Because the longer they keep Nnamdi Kanu in their detention, the longer the possibility that PDP should forget the Eastern Nigeria. The IPOB are not going to stop your election. That's one thing some of you don't understand. When IPOB says no election, they are not going to send people to come and snatch your ballot paper. They are not going to come and use gun to chase you away from voting. There is something called sit-at-home on election day. The politicians call it voters' apathy. Voters' apathy means if PDP is planning to get 2, 3, or 5 million votes from Eastern Nigeria, they may only get about 500,000. So what do you think will happen to 4.5 million? When APC, Egbekegbe, can just go somewhere else and get that and just beat them. So if they want to win in 2023, in their WhatsApp group, PDP has now commissioned so many Igbo influencers, social media influencers, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, what's it they call them? Clubhouse and everywhere, to tell you that IPOB is a terrorist organization. When the election is over, they won't talk about IPOB anymore because they don't care. They don't care about Igbo land. They don't care about Biafra land. But IPOB is a threat to their business. They have been putting all the numbers together. And if you remember, in the last 2 weeks, the level that these PDP vuvuzelas on social media, they have been promoting Peter Obi, you will think Saint Peter Obi is the best thing that's ever happened to humanity since discovery of sliced bread. Now, IPOB is a threat to the possibility of selling Peter Obi to the Northern Caliphate. So if you don't know this, and you are reading it everywhere, you are seeing people on social media, you are seeing people on TV, every small thing IPOB, every small thing IPOB, they are trying to bombard you with them. You are not going to be able to reason. You are going to see people killed in broad daylight. They are going to record them. They are going to post them on social media. Police are not going to be looking for them. They're not going to look for anybody. They just want to make sure that, so that when they go out there and they start start kidnapping every Igbo son and daughter they see out there, and they will accuse them of being member of IPOB ESN. You as an Igbo man, you as an Igbo woman, you as a Yoruba man, you as a Yoruba woman, you will justify it. You will say, I supported IPOB. That was when they are not killing people. The video I saw yesterday, when they kill a pregnant woman, when they kill this and that, it was IPOB. They are working on that. The people to amplify that, there are no other people. They are not Fulani. Some of you are saying DSS. That is where you always mix it up. Don't make up anything. Use what is available. If you see information that is available to you now, work with that. Don't make things up. Don't all this blackmail stories that some of you are actually doing on social media about Biafra. You make up stories, false stories, lies, just for you to have something to talk about or what have you. They are not helping you. They are making you to, you are missing the real thing, where they are negotiating your death. And whatever thing that catches your fancy about this or that, killing other people is never anything that is fanciful or funny in any way. It is not. So when they record that, so you will begin to say, I supported IPOB. But you are not thinking. You are not thinking. You are reacting. And that's exactly what they want to do. When you begin to see all of this, no be full and they push amo. No be DSS, they lie. No be DSS, this and that some of you are making all this nonsense that some of you are making up in order for you to feel good and say, no be us do, no be IPOB do. Listen to me very well. We know soldiers are killing people in Yorubaland, kidnapping them, putting them up on Trump-up charges, accusing them of this and that. We know that. We also know there are Igbo criminals. Yes, Igbo criminals, funded, financed by Igbo politicians, who are also committing the crime that some of you call unknown this, unknown that. They are Igbos. They are Biafrans. They have come out. They have done videos. They have displayed themselves. Now, you as an IPOB member, listen to me. You should never feel comfortable in praising them, except if you are one of them. If you are one of them, who enjoy those killings and the rest, you are committing a crime and you are not an IPOB member. Trust me, you are not. No, you are not. So all of these, they will do if they have to kill people broad daylight, record the video and post it on social media. And they will say, so when IPOB say no election, what they are saying is they will boycott the election. Now, person. You see, another thing I want to say to you is this. When they say no election and they boycott an election, it means they are sitting at home on the day of election. They have nothing to do with it. So all these PDP paid boys, they are Igbo boys. Some of them are not living in Igbo land. They are living in Abuja and Lagos. But they are social media influencers. IPOB telling people not to vote is a disaster for PDP in 2023 in Igbo land. So whatever will make them hang this IPOB, whatever will make every one of you who praised them, supported them, and supporting them to change your mind, they are not being done by Fulani. All this propaganda against IPOB, they are not from Fulani. They are not from DSSO. They are from your fellow Igbo brothers and sisters when they started pushing Peter Obi for president. So IPOB telling people that they want Biafra, they don't want presidency, is the same as when Oloye Sunday Igboho said, we don't want election, we want safety and we want Yoruba nation. It didn't take them more than 2 months to order for his killing, for his assassination. If you don't know, I am reminding you now, telling them no election is like declaring war on them, and they will kill you for it. Igboho said, we want Yoruba nation. They decided to kill him forgetting the fact that the same Igbowo that they sent killers, military DSS and all these repentant Fulani terrorists in their DSS to go and kill Igbowo. The same Igbowo was always going into the bush in a joint operation with the Nigerian police, Nigeria military, the Nigeria DSS, and every other security agent. How many of you have seen that video before? Oloye Sunday Igbowo dressed in his usual war shares. And you will see police, you will see military, all of them with their guns, everybody. Igbowo with his own gun, everybody. And other people, hunters, they will join. They will go into the forest, chasing terrorists. Igbowo was their friend. What happened? That they turned their guns on him? Because Igbowo was chasing Fulani terrorists. When Igbowo was chasing the Fulani terrorists, it wasn't that bad for them until Igbowo said no election. Of course, now somebody just said just before the hype. Before all the hype, where everybody can become Yoruba nation agitator for social media, where everybody can turn social media to hey, Yoruba nation now, before Igbowo inspired them. Igbowo was doing it codedly then for security of Yoruba people. I'm talking about as far back as 2016, 2017. Oloye Sunday Igbowo, with the soldiers, with military, with the soldiers, with the police and all of them. He will buy them food. He will pay for their own bullets. Igbowo will even give them money. And they will go into the forest. And they will start chasing the Fulani terrorists. Etimu, emu. We have the videos. Then Sunday Igbowo then was like, Yoruba need to stand. Yoruba need to stand. Yoruba need to move together. Yoruba this and that. I said, Yorubas, we need to go. They said this Igbowo want to cause serious Bafuka. He wants to break Nigeria. Kill him. Wherever you see him, kill him. So the soldiers that used to follow Igbowo to the forest, the police, everybody, they withdrew them. They had to pull back. Then they sent the DSS to go and kill him. Just same way they tried to kill Nnamdi Kanu. And you know the rest of the story. What were we asking for? The conversation around why economically Yorubas are no longer there. Educationally, Yorubas are no longer there. Infrastructurally, we are no longer there. Poverty is now something that has become our second nature because we are part of Nigeria. Criminals are jumping up and down. They want to be president. 18 days. Today is the 18th day that they have kidnapped people on Kaduna Abuja Railway. Maybe all of you saw that. Wait, let me show you something. 18 days ago, they kidnapped these people. And the people who were supposed to talk about them, provide security or free them, they want to be president. They want to be president. They want to be president. Over who? Over the kidnapped kingdom. Kidnapping kingdom.
My own case, I am a staff of INEC. And I'm talking on behalf of the students. Government should please hear our cry and come to our aid. Thank you.
Which school are you from?
I'm a student of Kaduna State University.
What is your
And
name? What is your name?
I'm Asylum.
From which state?
Kaduna State.
Where are you studying?
I'm schooling in Kaduna State University.
Which course?
Agriculture.
You missed to the left. Women.
I'm Gladys Brume, an ex-staff of Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria. What happened on Monday was needless if the government would have a listening ear and accede to what the populists are talking about.
Oh, my name is Advocacy. I was going to Kaduna for
Moni passenger da muka taso daga Abuja zuwa Kaduna ranar Litinin 28 ga watan 3 shekara ta 2022 wanda akan hanyar mu ta zuwa Kaduna aka samu nasarar kama mu. Tun daga lokaci zuwa yanzu muka ɗin muka san irin halin da muke ciki. Akwai mata da ƙananan yara, akwai tsoffi wanda yake ba su da lafiya, akwai mu karan kanmu wanda yake shekaru sun fara tafiya, muna cikin wani irin hali na kai. So don haka muna kira ga 'yan uwa da abokan arziki da kuma ita gwamnati da a dalilin da muka shiga wannan hukunci na rayuwa da shi wani abu na gaggawa don ganin cewa mun kai ga kiran lafiya. Assalamu alaikum.
Ƙarin bayanin da zan sha shi ne akwai ƙorafe da suke da shi, ya kamata gwamnati ta neme su, ta ji ƙorafinsu kuma ta samu ta warware musu al'amuran da suke damun su.
And you heard about Ademola? They shot him. He was going to Kaduna. They shot. That's a Yoruba man there. So this is not about now northern and that's their problem in the north. Your brothers and sisters are there too. Trust me. And they are not in any small number. The breakfast is for everybody. And that you are even not in Nigeria doesn't spare you. That won't spare you out. Because 18 days. Do you know that nobody is even talking to them anymore? The families. Even terrorists are not contacting them anymore. They said the terrorists started calling them. They will call them with the victim's phone. Hello? Hey, Mayegun. Hello, Mayegun. No. Danka dede, Alabam salam, coming. This is just a terrorist Boko Haram calling to confirm. Is this Mayegun? Is your father Mayegun? Say, that's our father. Please, what can we do? They called the phone. Terrorists were calling the families to confirm that, is this your family member? Yes. They never contacted them again. Boko Haram is hosting dinner inside Old Rock. Fake Pastor Ruga is hosting dinner inside Old Rock because they want to be president. Tifnubu is hosting dinner. Well, maybe he shouldn't host Tifnubu much because that would be too much. He would probably cannot be. He can't command or control their military to do anything, by the way. So, Sai Barbarian.
President Muhammadu Buhari. So please, look beyond being the president of this country. Look at this issue like a father, like a son, like a husband, like a father, like a son, like a husband. So the victims are there. We can't just start imagining which situation and what situation they're inside. Please, we're appealing to the President Muhammadu Buhari and all necessary authorities. The only crime of these people is that they board the train AK-9. Please, they should come to their rescue and rescue them. Please, we're appealing to the government. We're pleading. And like he said in his speech, we're also appealing to the kidnappers to come out and negotiate with the family. We're ready. This is 17 days. If they want to, we are ready. We are willing. But they are not even talking to us. We can only plead. We can only beg the government. Please, they should come to the aid of these people. Look at the pregnant woman. 7 months pregnant now. 2 weeks. It's like almost getting to 8 weeks. And she's already been given an appointment for cesarean section. Is she going to be there at that period? Look at the aged woman with diabetes. Look at no medications. Look at the man, look at the brother that they shot in his legs. That there is no any treatment. It's on the video clip, the president. Please watch it. Look at it. Look at it from the humanitarian angle. Please, we're begging you, Mr. President. Please come to the rescue of our family members. Come to the rescue of your citizens. Come to the rescues of your children, of your son, of your wives. Please, Mr. President, do something.
Sorry, madam. Your president is deaf and dumb. He's a shigidi. That's why we call him the breeding mannequin. Inside the Old Rock. Your president is photo. Your president is shigidi. Madam, nobody feel talk to shigidi. Shigidi no fi answer. Bokwari is a shigidi. As they say, where's that my what's it call him? My guy. Asari.
The Nigeria president now photo. Everybody go snap photo with that. Say our president they snap photo with the Bishop of Archbishop of Canterbury. Hey, snap photo with the Rogers. Hey, snap photo with this one. Now president now photo on a vote. Your president is now a picture. Photo. Not be juju be that. Not be when our fathers die for Jordan and with a car for them, keep them for house, a poor libation. You lose a prayer and say, Moko Buhari boy, you lose Buhari prayer. Ororu sada, no ruler, Shitombo Arebofu.
Tombo Arembofu. So now it's your Kalabari language, I think. Photo, no be juju be that. Madam, stop crying. Stop crying. Now, you know, in 2015, Buhari come and save us. In 2022, Allah yamsa, Allah yakari, Allah yamsa, Allah bamsa, Allah bamsa, Allah yakari. Allah yakari, let it move in 2019 and you weary. You are going to do it again in 2023, Abi. You the warm up. So that you can start shouting your Allah yakari, Allah bamsa, Allah dan kudaji, Allah dan kudi by 2026, if you make it that far. Maybe you will make it that far anyway, because now they have a helicopter protecting the train. So that if you go on to Kaduna Abuja Railway now, there is security. Now chopper.
Yes. Igboro
ti daru, everything ti ṣe kíní. You get it? You get it? Like they say.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
That's the situation. So don't get dragged into something that you don't understand. Going into any of the charades, as we said, is going to be like you walking into just walking into fire blind. And I bet that the kind of the heat from the fire should warn you. That is what I am doing now. Okay. Tifnumbu's political destruction and everything is so close by. And I'm begging you not to waste your tears. Please don't waste it. Gather your energy and tell yourself the truth that it is over. And once they realize that, it is ideal, maybe for them to know that they have one more shot to shoot. And that would be breaking Yorubas out of current Nigeria and saving lives, which we can conclude to be break it up to save lives. Before you appear in the next video of the terrorists when they capture you, because according to them, only Buhari knows why they are fighting. They don't need money. I mean, people are selling their properties in northern Nigeria. Trust me. In 2015, 2014, do you know that Nigeria budget in 2014 was about 4.5 trillion, I think, or 5 trillion? What's that? Now that 4 trillion, they won't take refined crude oil. Now they won't take do subsidy in 2022 alone. No be juju with that. It is here. It is eating everybody, and it's going to eat you so bad more soon. So instead of you joining the gang of those who are going to get trapped in their fraudulent expectations, right? When you are going to Ibadan, I have a message there for you. When you are going to Lekki, I have a message there for you. When you are going to Ile-Ife tomorrow, on Monday, I have a message there for you. When you are going to Ede, Oshun, I have a message waiting for you there. And if you ever have to be somewhere at, where's it called that place? Songo, Alagbole, Badagry, and all those areas, I have some messages for you there. If Tifnumbu and gang, if they cannot manipulate you, then you are now free. What do you make of that? use it well. Join us in this advocacy. It is a conversation that must be had. If you don't do anything, if you join them in crucifying the Igbos, if you join them in vilifying the Biafrans, if you continue to join them to say death, the killings of the Biafrans and all this injustice against them, all these conspiracies against them and the rest, if you continue to justify it because you believe that's what will keep Nigeria one or keep Nigeria better, I don't know if that is what will give you electricity or give you good roads or better security. If you continue to justify it, mine is to remind you, when they are done with them, they will use the same book for you. I don't care where you come from now, but you should care. Because if you are not an Igbo man, when they are done with them, they are coming for us, the Yorubas. Just before they come for us, it is indeed better for us to team up with other victims now, expose the whole crime. Maybe we can stop them before they even think of unleashing the same terror on us. Because you see, the way you justifying it, now so then go justify yours. All they have to do is to say you are a terrorist, and that's it. Nobody will ever say no, because you once agreed that carrying a flag, holding a selfie stick, or recording a live broadcast talking about devices and everything they've done to you as a people is now a crime. One day, it will become a crime to be a Yoruba man. Just the same way they are trying to make it a crime to be a Biafran. You are not saying it if you are defending them. You are not saying it if you are excusing them. You are not saying it if you continue to think they are at fault. Everything IPOB did or doing, there's none of them that is ever against any law except the law of the Nigerian oppressors who actually don't obey their own laws. I mean, they make laws that they don't obey. They are the people that would be like, do as I say. Do as I say, not as I do. They make laws they don't respect, they don't obey. If you look at it very well, it is a systemic setup to criminalize self-determination. And if you let them do it to the Biafran, if you justify it for the Biafrans, whatever way you see it as, when they are done, they're going to do it to us. And it's going to be easier to do then. Guess what? And they're going to be right. Because by then, it will be law. They killed Biafrans for asking for Biafra conversation. They killed them and jailed them for asking for referendum. They criminalized them and they started crimes and terrorism and then accused them of what they didn't do. They will do worse to us if you let them get away with it. I don't care if you like the Igbos or you don't like them. But the point here is this. If you don't see this as a crime that is brewing, ethnic cleansing, state-sponsored terrorism, and gaslighting, profiling of an ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, if you let it pass because you don't like them, because I don't like Kanu, I don't like the way Nnamdi and all those things you're saying. If you don't see through what I've just told you, when they are done with them, they will come for us. And they will be right. Because by then, there is already what's it they call them? What's it they call this thing? President, or what's it they call them? No. There's already a president. So a president means it's already happened. And you justified it. If you now say Yorubas are marginalized, Yorubas we want to have a conversation around constitution, they kill you, pam, you are dead. Ethnic cleansing, jail, it doesn't matter. It's the system. You're gone. Boom, you're gone. People are killed for no reasons. You look around and say, the whole Nigeria, you are not looking. You are not doing anything. Because there's no the whole Nigeria anymore. Just conquered people. Think about that. And that's where I'm going to draw my curtains tonight. I thought I could take some calls. I actually wanted to take some calls tonight, but I won't anymore because of my time. I am going to do maybe same some other time, and I can take calls and listen to you. To those of you who listen to me for 2 straight hours as class, thank you. But remember, you can keep all the points and you can also chip them in when I'm back again next time. So to all my friends, the donors, I want to say a big thank you to all of you for what you have done, for what we have done. Listen, the response for our publicity, those billboard here and there and all of that, the responses have been so great, honestly speaking, to the point that even those that we thought would get angry, let me tell you this, those that we thought would get angry, they are going to be, once they see the billboard, they're going to react somehow. Trust me, they love it. They loved it. They're asking us for more. Which level now? Which kind of thing is this? Mayegun, we don't have this same billboard. We don't have this awareness in Badagry. We don't have this awareness here. We don't have it in Oshun. We need this awareness in Ife. We need this awareness. I'm like, hey, any suru now? Any suru? Calm down. It's not about billboard only. The billboard is just, sharpening idea from the pool of ideas of what we have by the time we have the resources and the money. Am I worried? You know what I mean now? So I have been receiving positive response and all of that from people all over the place. And they indeed want the publicity and all that to get to their area. They want to start community and grassroots mobilization for this. They want to be able to point and say, have you seen that post billboard? Have you seen this? So we have ordered for another 4 billboards, okay? Another 4 that will be delivered by Monday, maybe by Monday or Tuesday, okay? So Ile-Ife, the source, we are sending 2 down to Ife. So you're going to see all over the place, okay? So our people who share border with Lagos State and Ogun State, like Alagbado, Songwater, I think I was given Alagbole. They shall give me some names of areas where we're going to get to those areas little by little. And also we're going to spread it. I said that we'll have a lot of awareness everywhere that will cover so many places, but they're going to be gradual. And they're going to continue to cost us money. So to our donor, I want to continue to say thank you to all of you, okay? Let us keep it coming. Donate when you can. And then, donate what you can give. Don't force yourself to do anything, okay? And, tell people about it. It's even contribution and donation too. Sharing it and all that is also donation and contribution, okay? So tomorrow, I may decide to raise fund again, just to top our funding. In a week now, that will be us spending about 1.4 million naira. So 1.4 million naira for our publicity in the last 1 week, which will last for a whole month, is a good spend. The response and the feedback have been so wonderfully great. So we'll do more and we'll continue to, to do that. So to my friends, I keep saying thank you to you. I just thought I should add that before I go. And then that's it. So before you leave tonight, you can still like the broadcast, like it and share it and, do all that stuff. Drop your offerings before you go. And I'm going to see you some other time. And if you're just joining us, remember, you can watch this broadcast from the beginning again. Yes, you can. Just move it back and then that's you. So I will see you again some other time. Until then, stay safe and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Bí
ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn láti.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn láti.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn láti.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí fa.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn láti.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn láti.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òkúra olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn láti.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.